Hi, I'm Michael E. Gerber, and you're watching Braveheart Women TV.
I'm Ellie Drake, and you're watching Braveheart Women TV. Hello and welcome. You're watching Braveheart Women TV. I'm Ellie Drake, and this is your professional success show. On our last episode, Michael E. Gerber, who for the past 40 years has served as a leading voice for entrepreneurship and small business development worldwide, talked about awakening the entrepreneur within. On this episode, budding entrepreneur Anita Baroldi is joining us to receive some business mentoring, specifically in the area of her starting a new business venture while maintaining her passion for giving. Welcome again, Michael, and welcome, Anita.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So, Anita, I know you want to, first of all, you're a pilot. You were a pilot for a major airline.
Yes.
Now you fly your own plane. You flew your own plane here.
Yes.
Small plane. And so you have kind of had a career for many years. And now you're contemplating whether you should start a business or not. But I do know, having known you prior to this show, that there is a little bit of, you're a little reserved whether I should start this business or not because there's a concern viscerally for you. Can you describe that concern?
Yes, Ellie. I have a real passion for working with people who are dying or who have terminal disease. Mm-hmm. And I have found this accidentally through a friend's own story of that. And at the same time, I have trouble making money from this, even though I know I have good skills in this. But because I have a fear of taking money from someone who is spending money on medical bills and doctor bills, hospitalization.
So becoming more successful in business while giving, it's an area of conflict for many women.
Yeah, it is, but this is not the conflict that Anita is experiencing.
Okay.
Anita is experiencing a personal difficulty in being compensated for something that she's called to do. Mm-hmm. It's the balance between being paid for it and nurturing someone who is in need.
Okay.
The only way in the world that Anita can rid herself of that conflict is to come back. And when I say come back, we have to start all over again. We have to start this venture, if it's going to be a venture, all over again. What Anita is describing doing is not a business. Understand, it's a service that Anita is delivering personally. Mm-hmm. It's not a business. It's a personal commitment, and it's a disaster from the very beginning. Because if Anita has to be there because of the innate intuitive skills that Anita possesses to engage with someone who's in need, this woman, this man who's in need, when Anita is not there, the need isn't being fulfilled. So it all depends upon Anita. If a business depends upon Anita, the business will very, very rapidly go out of business. Uh-huh. So understand, this is a calling. This is a not-for-profit. This is I do, not it does. Uh-huh. Okay. Very, very, very important. So you see, the question you're dealing with isn't the question at all. The question you're dealing with is simply a personal problem. Your feeling of guilt about taking money for doing something that part of you thinks you should be doing for free.
Yes, Michael, on some level, is Anita playing small?
Of course. Of course. I want to. Mm-hmm. It's all about me.
Instead of?
This is less about them than it is about Anita. This is less about the people she intends to go serve than it is about Anita being served by doing something she loves to do. Uh-huh. So it's all about Anita. It's not about them. Because if it was all about them, Anita would begin to see the immensity of the problem.
Wow. I love that.
You get that?
And what she would do is she would start, let's say, a business that would be even worldwide, that's not dependent on her, that reaches thousands of people in need. Millions.
Every human being on the face of this earth who is in that state about to die.
And you see how that would be playing bigger.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
She can't fly this small plane anymore.
Uh-huh.
That's the point.
Yeah.
This single engine plane anymore. Who she is, who I am, who you are. She's got to grow beyond it.
Now,
she's got to create an airline.
Right. And if that meant, Anita,
right,
based on what you're hearing, if that meant starting a business that's not dependent on you, but has systems in place where millions of those who are in need are taken care of, and therefore you are giving on a much bigger level, but it would require that be a business. That would be systems in place that would have to be profitable in order for you to reach millions. Would you then feel a paradigm shift?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Of course you would.
Right.
Of course you would. You see, it's impersonal. It's not
Yes.
personal. The problem that Anita's dealing with is the personal problem. As long as it's a personal problem, it will never become an impersonal solution.
Wow.
And so Anita has to grow to experience the full potential of this. And as she does that, the size and substance of this will become magnified beyond belief. The light will shine. You have to grow something beyond that. That's what entrepreneurs do. You don't have to. You understand?
Right.
You don't have to. But until you do, you will always experience the same thing you're experiencing right now. You will never escape from it.
What's happening inside of you right now, Anita?
I feel lighter. I feel enthused.
Well, it's going to be more than enthused, Anita. Hear me.
Shift.
More than enthused. It's going to have to be more than enthused.
What does it have to be?
And it has to be something so huge that even though it's impossible to imagine, you are determined to pursue it with everything you've got.
What I'm hearing you say, Michael, is Anita right now has a purpose for her life. Yet, when she allows herself to awaken to the purpose life has for her,
You got it.
then she can go to that next level. And of course, being a savvy businesswoman is one of the tools.
You have it.
Yes.
But the savvy businesswoman is the least important skill. Hear me.
The least important
The
skill.
least important skill is the savvy businesswoman. She doesn't have to know anything about that.
Wow.
All of that's available.
Yes.
She doesn't have to know, but if she isn't compelled, do you understand? Compelled. It's like she can't go to sleep at night without dreaming about it, thinking about it, modeling it, creating it. She's not compelled. Nothing will matter. She could be the most practical businesswoman under the sun, and she'll run a little candy store.
Got it.
I'm simply saying, running a little candy store is not why we're here.
Right.
Yes. Well, I'm feeling better because I'm feeling normal because I'm obsessed and very compelled. So, Anita, do you feel that if you were to go in that direction, because I know you're all about meaning and what it feels like, do you see that this perspective is a shift? This is the way, especially for us as women.
Exactly. And, you know, speaking of this, when I decided at 40 to learn how to fly a small little plane, that was all about my passion then.
Yeah.
And if I had told my dreams to some people, they would say, you're foolish. And yet, in my 50s, I was hired with the airline.
Really?
Yes. And so
in your 50s?
Yes. So I broke the bell-shaped curve.
That's
and,
amazing.
And I did it because of my passion.
And I have goosebumps all over. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anita. And thank you, Michael,
you.
for being
That was
here. I
wonderful.
appreciate both of you. Wow. And don't forget, we enjoy hearing from you. So remember to share your questions and comments in the Braveheart Women TV discussion boards. In the meantime, be sure to go to braveheartwomencore.com and find out what the Core Inner Circle is all about. You can also access Michael's exclusive video, Awaken the Entrepreneur Within, in your Core member section. On behalf of Michael, Anita, and myself, Ellie, thank you for watching Braveheart Women TV, and remember, be inspiration in action.